Next, I'd like to introduce our amazing president. As a CTU member, I'm so proud of the work our union has done to fight to build a force field around our children, around our communities, around the education that our children deserve. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Stacey Davis Gates, president.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. May Day, Haymarket Square. Listen, Chicago is a very important place because it is instructive in how America both understands this moment that we're in, how we create the resistance, how we challenge and fight, and then how we reconstruct thereafter. Chicago is the home of Black Americans who left Mississippi in search of due process. Emmitt Till, a Southsider, died in Money, Mississippi because he was kidnapped, murdered, and dumped in the Tallahatchie River because he didn't get due process. So when we talk about how you fight for immigrants in this country, remember how we fought for Emmitt Till in this country. Remember Mamie Till, a public school teacher who showed the injustice and compelled a country to deal with the violence Black Americans experience in Jim Crow America. You don't have to go to Nazi Germany to study that. You don't have to crack a book open for that. You can ask your neighbors on the South Side. Chicago is also a place where people like Rahm Emanuel and Paul Vallis and Arnie Duncan practice those on Black children, on brown children, on immigrant children, on workers in the Chicago public schools. They cut, they closed, they reconstituted, they dismantled, they foreclosed. They took away libraries. They didn't have to ban books because they took away libraries in schools. But labor in coalition with community, with families, parents, and students created a space of resistance where we now are rebuilding our libraries in our schools. Labor in coalition with community, families, parents, and students resisted. And now we are rehiring the Black women that they fired.
That's right.
Yeah.
Labor in coalition with community, families, parents, and students resisted, challenged, fought, and they advanced justice in our school communities, in our neighborhoods, and all the way to City Hall. I would encourage us in this moment to see the resilience of Black Americans who left Mississippi for the promise of freedom and justice of Chicago. Chicago is, yes, home to the labor movement, and it is also home to people who sought the liberation of a city that could promise them a job that had a union. A neighborhood where they could build a family. And a space where they can join in coalition with others to create spaces that are uniquely theirs. This moment is about how we resist. This moment is about how our coalition is created to resist. If you are not a white, cisgender, wealthy, land-owning male, you have coalition with us. If you want to protect children, trans children, you have a coalition with us. If you want to push back against the tyranny of the lack of due process for people who come here for refuge, you have coalition with us. If you believe in the rights of women to choose their own health care, you have coalition with us. And if you believe in the public good, And if you believe billionaires don't deserve the dollars that fund our public good, you have coalition with us. Thank you.